It's another Saturday. Oh my goodness, you know what time it is. MGL The Specialist, Mr. Pimmy Pop and the Problem, Mr. Drippy Millionaire, Mr. Heatwave, and everybody said, baby, it's a blah, it's a wah, all day, every day, not skipping a heartbeat 24/7. This is how we do it on UMFM 101.5, the Heatwave baby Shutdown. This is the hottest show on the planet. You know why? Because I am mixing Afro and international music. We are collaborating right now. This is the time to collaborate. And not forgetting my aspiring artists from all over the world, especially Winnipeg. And talking about Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, we got a guest today.
How's it going?
On the Heatwave baby Shutdown. I haven't even put his mic up right now, but he's trying to say something. He goes by the name of Eli.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? It's great to actually be here.
What's poppin', Eli? How you doing? Are you good?
I'm living, man. I'm living. I'm having a good time. You know, it's great. It's been a great trip here. It's been phenomenal. I felt very accommodated so far. I really appreciate it. It's been great.
Thank you so much for coming through, because I waited for you for a little bit. I thought that you missed your train, you missed your bus, or you missed the car.
Those Bombers games, man.
The Bombers. Shout out to the Bombers.
Yeah, shout out to the Bombers. No hate.
Yeah, no hate. We support the Bombers. Although I haven't been to a game yet on IG Field, but shout out. I'm gonna check one out very soon. And I heard it's crazy. I heard the atmosphere.
Oh, the atmosphere is crazy, especially the cowbells. They be going crazy with it.
For real?
Yeah, straight
A lot
up.
of shorties there?
It varies from time to time, honestly. But, I mean, it's a football game. You're always going to see shorties there.
Oh, shorties. Shout out to the shorties. We love you. We love you. You know we love you, guys.
We love them all.
We love them all. Comes in different shapes and sizes, all different ethnicities, all different colors. We love you guys all. I am chilling with Eli at the studio, and we are going to play a couple of Eli records, a couple of Eli tracks. But before we get into that, Eli, just let me know a little bit about you. What made you get into music?
I mean, music's been a really big part of my life ever since I was a kid. My mom and my dad, especially my dad. My dad's been big on hip-hop ever since he was young. And, I mean, he comes from he's first-generation Canadian, and his parents are straight Portuguese, straight out of Portugal. All of his siblings are from Portugal as well. And he's just been a big hip-hop guy ever since he was a kid. Loving Biggie, especially. Biggie is probably his biggest influence.
Oh, nice.
50 Cent, for sure. He's into
shout out 50 Cent came through. I didn't have tickets. I didn't have money to go through, but shout out to 50 Cent.
Yeah, my dad loves 50. My dad loves Drake especially. My dad's good with some Tyga as well recently. My dad's just kind of all over the place. He loves Spanish music too. J Balvin, all of it, man. He loves it.
Oh wow! So you mix. So you can say you're Canadian and Portuguese.
I'm Canadian, Portuguese, French. I'm also Métis.
French and also Métis. Oh my goodness, that's like a mixed breed right there. Parlez-vous un peu le français?
I don't speak French. I'm sorry.
Hablez-vous un peu d'espagnol or Portuguese?
No, don't speak Portuguese either.
Not at all?
Nope, none of it. Only
Bro,
English.
You gotta go back to the roots, man. You gotta go back to the roots.
I mean, I tried a little bit, but man, it's just been...
It's difficult, yeah?
Yeah, it's really difficult, especially when it's like... Especially coming from a mixed family, right? Not everyone's speaking Portuguese. So it's like people are speaking English, people are speaking French, people are speaking Portuguese. But I mean, none of my family really speak French. I spoke a little bit of French because of French class. And the only thing I remember was, est-ce que je peux aller à la toilette? And that's just go to the washroom. So,
you guys hear that? Est-ce que je parle à la toilette? That sounded like a song right there.
That's how you know.
That's
how you know how much I paid attention in French class for sure.
Did you pass it though? Did you pass?
Yeah, I passed somewhat, especially in middle school. I mean, I was rough in middle school. My best grades were probably my last year due to COVID, since we were working from home.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a big fan of working from home and working on my own time. And I mean, it was really less pressure on me, and I was able to get things done in a day if I wanted to and if I chose to. So I mean, I pretty sure I did my psychology all in one day as well, because I wanted to see my girlfriend at the time, because my dad was like, no, you got to finish your psychology, homie. And I was like, all right, let me finish the psychology for you. And I got it done in like a day. It was great. It was like 13 different booklets. It was nuts.
Oh my goodness. So he's not just a musician, but you can hear that he's also kind of a bit of an intellect, because I always say artists are intellects, because if you're able to tell a story with rhymes, because rap, rhythm, and poetry in so many different facets of what you do with music, you're just an intellectual, because you're taking words from your brain and what you've learned and your circumstances, your environment, and what you've been through, and just put it on pen and paper, or even on your phone, or just on the music. Like, you are definitely an intellect. So let me know quickly, Eli, what got you into, because should I call you a rapper? Should I say just a musician? What should we call you?
Honestly, I like calling myself an artist or a musician, just because from my standpoint, I don't just do music. I also do, sometimes I produce, rarely sometimes. I also do a lot of my cover arts as well. So, I mean, I'm just an artist all around, and I like calling myself a musician just because that's kind of how I express myself. I'm not a rapper, you know what I mean? It's not like I strictly do rap. I do a whole variety of things, and I like being versatile. I like not being confined in a little box, because when you have versatility, when you're able to switch yourself up, then the limits are endless at that point, right?
I love that answer. That is absolutely right, and it's spectacular. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to call me as well, just an artist or a musician, because I'm trying to do so many different things, Don't just say a rapper where you're just doing rhythm and poetry, but you're doing so many things even in between, And it's a nice thing that you said that, because at the end of the day, when you're an artist and you want to transition maybe from hip-hop to dance or EDM or dancehall or reggaeton, your fans got to be able to allow you to do that, because that's who you are. You're able to just listen to certain beats and certain music and put yourself in it at the end of the day. Because I've seen a lot of artists where they transition to be rappers to Afro, or rappers to pop artists, and their fans go crazy and start dissing them, and you sold out, or you sell out, or guys, music is music at the end of the day.
It's
Especially it's an art form. In this generation now, there's so much collaboration. Like many people say Drake is a rapper. Yes, he's got a lot of rap tracks or hip-hop tracks.
A lot of people call him a pop artist. A lot of people say he's not a rapper.
He does pop too.
Yeah.
He does Afro too. He's done a lot of tracks with he's got one with Wizkid, Burna Boy. Like he's just, it's intercultural now.
Yeah, and I mean, he puts on for a lot of people too, right? Especially for his city, especially from the places he loves, like Memphis or Toronto or just wherever it is. I mean, he's a multicultural dude, right? And I mean, he's kind of the cream of the crop when it comes to music as a whole, right? He's up there with the Jay-Z's. He's up there with the Tupacs. He's up there with the Biggies. He's up there. And a lot of people hate on him because when you're at the top, obviously you're going to get hate. Regardless of where you're at, you're going to get hated by somebody because someone wants to rather be where you're at, or someone's jealous, or someone's envious, or whatever it is. And I mean, with me, it's all love. And I mean, especially with a lot of other artists, a lot of people are like, oh, your music sucks, And I'm like, why are we both hating on each other? We're trying to achieve the same goal here. We're trying to achieve the same thing.
Facts.
And we're both hating on each other for what? What's the point? It's useless, right? And we're both adults.
It's crazy. I hear you. It's crazy. So before we indulge into your music, right? Because I'm chilling right now and I'm going through your music right now. We're on his SoundCloud right now, guys. And before we play, we'll play like 3 or 4 tracks.
Yep.
What sound are you going for in a couple of your tracks? What sound are you going for?
Honestly, emotion. Especially fairly recently, I've put a lot of emotion in a lot of my recent music. And honestly, it's just vibe too. And I mean, a lot of my music don't got a purpose or got a reason. It's just a vibe. It's just something where someone can remember a moment, or someone can have fun, or someone hears this and someone's like, okay, this is crazy, etc. They don't have to they create their own meaning, or they create their own purpose with it, whatever it is, man. It's for you. It's art. You look at art the way you want to look at it.
Most definitely. Like sometimes you got vibey track, emotional tracks, conscious tracks, tracks talking about or giving a story. Some tracks you just want to party at
Yep.
the end of the day. That's what I like about artists having to transition between A, B, C, D, E, or F, or whatever the case might be. That's a true artist. So we want to play a first track ever on UMFM 101.5, the Heatwave Baby Shutdown. What record do you want us to start with?
We are going to load up Dead Rising, actually. We're going to load that song up.
Dead Rising.
Yeah, if you go a bit down.
So I'm looking for Dead Rising right now. While I'm looking for Dead Rising, just let me know, or let the fans know, or let the listeners know, what is Dead Rising all about?
Well, Dead Rising, some of the lyrics I say hop up in the club, let's start a riot, right? And I mean, I'm also big into punk music as well, and in the whole punk culture, mosh pits, that kind of thing. Let's start a riot, let's have fun, let's have a good time, let's have a banging time, let's have fun. You know what I mean? And I mean, with Dead Rising, I'm also a big gamer, and Dead Rising is named after the game Dead Rising. If you scroll a bit up, it's up there.
There's a game called Dead Rising?
Yeah, there's a game called Dead Rising. There's about 4 or 5 games of it. And I mean, even on TikTok, I was not expecting that song to get any uses on any videos, but it's getting uses on videos because it's the first song that comes up under the name Dead Rising, and a lot of people are just putting it over the game.
Oh, snap. Okay, so you got a little bit of traction. That's hella dope. While we're looking for Dead Rising, if you guys go on TikTok, do you have any IG Reels where it's playing?
I don't have any IG Reels currently, but I do have an IG under the name Misfit Eli. That is my artist name. Anyone can just call me Eli, whatever it is. Doesn't really matter to me. But, I mean, if you want to find any of my music, find any of my work, whatever it is, if you want to contact me, talk to me, just chill. Name's just Misfit Eli, one word, no underscores, none of it. It's just Misfit Eli.
Misfit Eli. Here we go. Y'all better stay tuned. Strap your seatbelts. It's Dead Rising. Eli. Oof, you and MFM 101.5. Listen to that.
Hop up in the club, let's start a riot. Never gonna reach me, bitch, keep on trying. I don't fuck with fake hoes, sick of all the lying. I just took a perk and I feel like I'm dying. I just robbed a bitch and I left that pussy crying. Hopped up in a Tesla, put that bitch on autopilot. Took another perk so I feel like I'm flying. Feeling like Fred West, you can call me Dead Rising. Diamonds on my wrist so you know that I'm shining. And I'm with the team so you know I ain't hiding. No, I ain't hiding, so I stay silent. Yeah, I'm with the team, and you know that we riding. When I'm with your bitch, we only flying private. Ice on my neck, so you know you change the climate. Pocket so fat, yeah, I think they need a diet. I can't take it, bitch, face it. I just spent 50,000 on my bracelet. Yeah, I love the fame, but I kinda hate it. Don't know what to do, feeling kinda blue. Went to the Gucci store, 50 on the shoe. I can take all the fame, I can take all this pain. Remember when you left me sitting out in the rain? Why you such a bitch? Why you gotta snitch? Swear you were my brother, now you mad that I'm rich. Hit you so stiff, got you looking like a glitch.
Let's start a riot, never gonna reach me, bitch, keep on trying. I don't fuck with fake hoes, sick of all the lying. I just took a perk and I feel like I'm dying. I just robbed a bitch and I left that pussy crying. Hopped up in a Tesla, put that bitch on autopilot. Took another perk so I feel like I'm flying. Feeling like Fred West, you can call me Dead Rising. Diamonds on my wrist so you know that I'm shining. And I'm with the team.
I'm sorry, but I can no longer feel my pride. I wanna crawl in the coffin, lay down and die.
We're going to keep it moving. This is Pro, Misfit Eli. Listen to this. Oh.
Say goodbye. There's so many tears falling on my side. My peers tell me my future's looking real bright. But I don't cry, just want her by my side. I want her to be the Bonnie to my Clyde. To my Clyde. Baby, tell me, are you my ride or die? Anything for you, even a homicide. You looking so cute, baby, you so fine. You don't know, baby, that you are my home. You ain't nothing like these other hoes. So come and throw that ass back like a pro. Like a pro. Speeding down the highway, thinking about my life. Thinking about my wife. Thinking about my knife. Is it really worth it, baby? I'm so high. Cause I feel so worthless, I don't even try. Baby, I'm sorry, but I can no longer fake my pride. I wanna crawl in the coffin, lay down and die. I'm sick of all the pain, I'm sick of all the cry. Wanna end it all and just say goodbye. There's so many tears falling on my side. My peers tell me my future's looking real bright. But I don't cry, just want her by my side. I want her to be the Bonnie to my Clyde. To my Clyde.
Straight out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. That's Eli, Misfit Eli. That was Pro. I hope you guys are enjoying the tunes because this is straight out the city. And I'm in the city. Courtesy of University of Manitoba, UMFM 101.5. You're tuned into the Heatwave, baby, a Shutdown. And I'm chilling with Eli right now. He likes to be called Eli, although it's Misfit Eli, but he likes to be called Eli. Eli, how you doing right now? You good?
I'm doing good. I'm having a good time, man. It's been a pleasure, honestly. It's been great so far. It's been phenomenal. Like I said, you guys have been well accommodating, and I've never been here before, so I mean, this is a whole new experience for me. And I mean, even an interview, this is my first interview ever, so I mean, this is a new experience to me in general. I'm loving it so far. I love audio. I love the whole aspect of it. I love music. I love it all.
Oh, man, I'm glad that you love it all because I love it all, too. And I'm glad that I got to pop your cherry.
I love that.
I got to pop your cherry, you know. It being your first interview and you're doing absolutely great with it. The music is dope with it. I feel a lot of Lil Uzi Vert, Travis Scott, and Juice WRLD, and there's so many different vibes in your music because of the different tracks that we've played. We just played Pro right now. The track we played earlier on, what was it called?
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. We also played Dead Rising. So all of them together, or those two tracks together, it's different vibes, you know, different feels. So can you just explain a little bit with the track that we just played right now, Pro? What's that all about?
Well, I mean, Pro is honestly, like, I mean, my music as a whole in general, a lot of people ask for definition or just meaning, right? And I mean, like I said, you make your own meaning to it. And this is kind of how I look at it. I mean, people who are successful, people who are already got what they want in life, I have nothing to give to you guys. If you're lost and you're looking for a voice, you're looking for someone who feels like they're in the same position as you or have gone through the same experiences or can somewhat relate to you in some sense, shape, or form, I have something to offer. I have something to help guide you at least along the right path, or at least support you in a sense where you feel like if you don't got nobody, if you don't got no friends, you don't got no family, whatever it is, I'll be there for you in spirit or just in general with my music, and just hopefully I can ease the tension, ease the stress, all of it kind of thing.
Wow, that is so deep and that is profound. That is so dope. Just being like a shoulder to lean on, or an ear just to listen to, or just being there for people, being supportive.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's what I love doing. I love helping people out. I mean, my last job was customer service. That's what I love doing. I love helping people, and that's, a lot of people think I want something from it. No, I just want people to be happy. I want people to find some kind of solstice in my music, or just me as a person, my brand, whatever it is. I hope someone can at least find somewhat some kind of meaning or something to latch onto.
Wow, that is, you know, I don't even know what to say after that, because that is just so profound, and you don't find just human beings that really want to help people. Like, people claim to want to help people, but it's always a give or take
Yeah.
situation, especially with a lot of the celebrities where they take pictures and videos of them giving food to the orphans or going to Africa or Indonesia or Asia or wherever, and they're getting pictures taken saying, I gave this much. And I'm always a guy where I like giving too, just like you. And with all the food and all the money we have in the world, and people are still starving,
Yep.
that doesn't make sense to me.
It's natural selection. It's the world economy. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is, I don't think there's ever really going to be a resolution to it. Maybe there might be some help to it, but you got to look at it like this as a hierarchy, right? There's got to be the rich people, there's got to be the medium people, and then there's got to be the poor people. That's just how the hierarchy works.
Facts.
There's no poor people. The people who are in the mid tier are the poor people. The people who are in the rich are the mid tier, and then someone who's richer than that takes over that. So, I mean, it's kind of just a never-ending cycle, and we haven't found a resolution to any of that kind of thing. World hunger, whatever it is, beating cancer, whatever it is, like, it's honestly just a toss-up, right? And I feel like it's just more complicated than we can really fathom at this point, because I mean, it's such on a whole worldwide scale, and everything's changing constantly. Economy, wars, whatever it is, it's always changing everything for every country, no matter where you're at. Canada, whatever it is, right? It's like, even the whole Ukraine war, it's affecting us too. It's affecting everybody. So, I mean, it's honestly just a toss-up, like I said.
You know, I believe everything is always a conspiracy.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and sorry to cut you there, Eli. And I know that, you know, a lot of the things that go onto social media and that go onto the web, that a lot of, I won't say government, but the powers that be, that don't want the people to be woke and everything. But I would say it's a vicious cycle of people with power that want to see themselves at the top, controlling everybody else at the bottom. And I've always wondered how it feels like, because I'm not at the top right now, I'm still working my way, but I've always wondered how it feels like to be at the top, where you make decisions of how a country runs, how a world runs, how the economy runs. Because at the end of the day, who makes the rules? It's human beings, right?
yeah, we make our own rules.
We make our own rules.
We make our own rules day by day. And I mean, I think the world just needs more love. And I mean, tons of people have said that. And a lot of people claim they love people or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's like, we're all by ourselves at the end of the day, no matter who we are, even if we got a wife for 30, 50, however long, how many years. If they don't know every single last aspect of you, you're by yourself. You're alone. You're all by yourself in your own mind. If you haven't confessed your sins or whatever it is to whoever it is next to you, your best friend that you've known for 35 years, you're by yourself at the end of the day. And that goes for everybody in this world.
That is deep. I didn't even think this interview would go this direction, but you are thinking on my wavelength. I feel like as a human being, when you're born, okay, I'm a twin, so shout out to my twin, Greta from Belgium, shout out. I know we were born together, but I was born 5 minutes earlier. But I always feel as human beings, you always by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And when you sleep, my mom always used to tell me, switch off the TV, switch off your laptop, switch off your phone, switch off. And I'm like, but your mind never rests. Your mind is constantly thinking. Like, even when you go into a dream state or a limbo state, they call it, where you're in between two worlds, or the spiritual world, or whatever the case might be, your brain is always still thinking, you know, whether it's the conscious, the unconscious, the subconscious mixed together, and then that's when you dream.
Yeah, the human brain is wild.
It's
Your brain can
wild.
come up with whatever it wants to come up with. You have these dreams of falling in this weird state. You're falling down skyscrapers, whatever it is. And people are like, how does my brain even conceptualize that? And it's just one of the biggest unknown phenomena in the world. It's like, we don't know our brains more than we know ourselves sometimes.
That's very
So
true.
it's like, it's very confusing. It's very confusing for me as well. I also go very deep in a lot of interdimensional type stuff all the time too. It's like, how did we get here? If you believe in a God, if you don't, whatever it is, what do you think? You know what I mean? I love hearing people's outputs on that kind of thing, because I mean, I think the day we're born, our whole life is already determined by by the day we're born, and we just don't know it yet. You know what I mean? Everything is determined. Every single action, everything is determined. And I mean, I believe in karma as well. Karma is a big thing.
Karma is a big thing. So wait, you don't believe in free will?
I believe in free will for sure. I do definitely believe in free will, like I said. But your life is determined the day you're born. You're like, oh, well, I can just change this, but that was already determined. That was determined the day you were born.
Okay, so your decision you make
Was already determined.
was already determined
Yeah, and you just don't know it.
by a greater power.
By literally by time, literally.
That is absolutely crazy. This, like, I feel like even this show right now, we're supposed to turn this into a podcast. Because,
For sure, for
like,
sure.
I didn't even think this conversation would go this direction. But these are conversations I love and I cherish because I like to get people's opinions and different perspectives because I've got my own too. And I've got also different many ideas of how life is. Like, yes, I do believe in a God or the creator because we couldn't have gotten down here without something happening.
Yeah, something.
You know?
Something happened.
Something happening. Whether it was the Big Bang Theory or whatever happened, something happened for us to be down here. And that's why I love musicians and artists, going back to that.
Yeah, creativity.
Because, yeah, your creativity, like what you're telling your story, you know, because I'm an artist too, I'll tell you right now, Eli. Certain songs that I come up with, and I start listening to it when it's done, and I'm like, how did I come up with this? Where did it all start?
Yeah.
Where did
and
the words come from? Where did the beat? Where did the flow? Where did the tone? Where did the inflection? Where did the modulation? How did I come up with this if, for example, I didn't even dream about it? I didn't even foresee it coming?
Destiny.
Destiny.
Destiny, my friend.
Like even us just here on the in a radio station right now.
Yeah, and you can also take the whole destiny thing as your whole life being determined the day you're born. Destiny. That's where you're supposed to go.
That is absolutely this. Or we could go on and on this conversation. So going back, you being a musician, an artist. We are artists. You're an artist with so much.
I'm a human being at the end of the day.
We human beings. So much creativity and so dope music with depth. Some of them mean something, some of them don't. Some of them it's emotion, some of them, you know what it is.
Yeah.
What drove you to becoming an artist? What did you hear? Who were you listening to that you said, you know what, this is me?
Honestly, my dad listened to a lot of Drake when I was younger. He listened to a lot of Drake, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, Eminem, but he was big on G Unit. He loved G Unit since the beginning of time, honestly. But I mean, he really introduced me to a lot of different sounds. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of Spanish music. He overplays every single song he plays. So I mean, I kind of get tired of it.
Shout out to
over
him.
time.
I'm like him.
Shout out to my pops, though. Shout out to my pops. I love my pops. I love my mom. I love my family, man. I love them all. But, I mean, my dad kind of really introduced me into it. My mom's big into rap, too. She was also really big into Michael Jackson.
For real.
Big into Michael Jackson. She loved Michael Jackson since she was a kid. And I remember when Michael Jackson passed away and I walked in the living room. I was like 8 years old, 7 years old, something like that. I'm 20 now. And I was like, "What, Mom, why are you crying?" And my mom's like, "Michael Jackson."
You know,
died."
I
And I'm
cried
like,
too.
I didn't know who Michael Jackson was at that time. I was like, "Hey, this lady's crazy." I thought she was nuts. I thought she was insane, just crying for no reason. I was like, "Hey, you're crying over some random man who makes music? Okay, that's strange." But now, today, since I am an artist, right? When you are an artist, you have a different appreciation for music, right?
Yeah.
And artists as a whole, a lot of people hate on artists for certain things. Oh, why couldn't you do this? Why couldn't you do that? But I look at it as like it's such a creation form, you know what I mean? It's such a process, right?
And I was about to say that, yeah.
And I know every step of it, you know what I mean? Especially when you're independent, a lot of people are doing their own beats, doing their own mixing, doing their own rapping, all of it. When you're mainstream, all you got to do is write and record. You got everyone else doing everything else for you.
Facts.
And pick a beat. So it's like, it's that simple. And when you're independent, it really goes so far. And even creating cover art as well. Everything's a form of expression of art, whatever it is. And I mean, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. And I mean, I've just loved music since my dad really introduced me to a lot of music when I was younger. And I mean, I've expanded myself by myself, listening to metal like Slipknot, or listening to people like Yeet, listening to people like XXXTentacion, or listen to other people like Ski Master Slump God, all varying people like Dolly Parton, people like Tool, people like Deftones, people like Deadmau5, people like Skrillex. All of it, it all kind of formulates all into this kind of last thing.
Facts.
You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, oh, I recognize this sound from this and this and this. I have a million different influences. It's so much different stuff. And even like entertainment, I don't even watch TV. I rarely even watch Netflix. I rarely even watch any form of entertainment except for YouTube videos, because I sit on my computer all day.
For real, when I'm not in class, when I'm not doing assignments, or even when I'm doing assignments, I'm usually on podcasts on YouTube. I do Netflix because there's a couple of shows that I do like.
I watch them from time to time. There's a show me and my mom are watching for a long time called Animal Kingdom. Love that show. Phenomenal show.
Oh, snap. Kind of like National Geographic stuff?
No, it's not about animals at all. That's the crazy part.
For real?
Yeah, it's about like a family doing like heists and stuff. There's like 5 seasons of it. Me and my mom would binge watch it every year when it came out. It's finished now, but I mean, I love that show to death.
I gotta check. That is interesting.
It's
Animal
all on
Kingdom?
Netflix.
All on Netflix?
Yeah.
I gotta check that out because I'm a big Netflix guy. Shout out to Netflix.
And the thing is, with being in front of a computer all day, people call it lazy, people call it whatever it is, but knowledge is at my fingertips. At my fingertips.
I hear you.
And especially watching like normal cable television, what are you learning? Like if like maybe it's cooking or whatever it is, but a lot of people are watching drama or whatever it is, watching CSI, watching Jersey Shore, whatever it is, man. And people are like, well, it's just a form or watching sports. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's all entertainment at the end of the day, but it's like with having YouTube at my fingertips 24/7, basically, I can learn whatever I want to learn. I can look up whatever I want to look up how to mix, look up how to do this, do that, all of it. Honestly, it's so simple, and life has been so easy, especially with the creation of just technology in general. And I'm a big technology dude. I'm a big nerd. I'm a big gamer. All that kind of stuff. I love it all.
What games you play? What games you like?
Well, I mean, I'm big into Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike's definitely one of my favorite games for sure. Obviously, I grew up playing Call of Duty. Grew up playing
Call of Duty.
Saints Row was a big one for me too. I love Saints Row since I was a kid. Obviously, people play Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty Zombies, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all been kind of like a variation of things, but I'm a big fan of like first-person shooters mainly. And
you pretty young. Did you ever hear of anything called Quake? A game
Quake,
called Quake?
yeah, I love Quake.
Oh man, I was a big Quake guy.
Yeah, I love the old games. I love the old games, especially Quake 2. Quake is phenomenal. I love games that just have movement, man.
Yeah.
When you can zoom across the screen in 5 seconds, dude, I love it. I love when I can just go flying and people are like, "Okay, what?"
So I'm taking it. If I had to go to your room right now, you got some heavy artillery in terms of computers and laptops.
Oh yeah. I got a gaming PC, but I mean, it's where I do everything. It's where I do my whole creation, all my whole process, right? And I mean, I got my mic, I got my headphones, got my studio monitors, I got all of it, and I do it all myself.
That is legendary. This is Misfit Eli, guys. You heard it from the man himself. This is an interesting character you guys got to know about. So let me know quickly your process in terms of one, we're going to go 2-part question. 1, making music. 2, attaining fans across Winnipeg or Manitoba or across the board.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, okay, so that is a great question. I appreciate that as well.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't ask about my creation process, but honestly, it's sometimes a toss-up. Sometimes it's random. If I'm in the shower and I think of a lyric or I think of whatever it is, I got to repeat it to myself until I get out the shower and grab my phone or get on my computer, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, are these the right lyrics? I said this way too many times in my head, and I'm starting to forget it, right?
Facts.
Sometimes I'm just punching in. Sometimes I'm writing. Sometimes it all varies, right? When I punch in, it's just like I think of something and then I go off of that. Or I'll be on Discord with a friend, talking with someone who's in the same creative space as me. Sometimes I like working off other people, especially with their creative process, because I absorb a lot of knowledge. If people are telling me music stuff, show me their music, whatever it is, I just absorb all of it and I take it and I kind of put my own little twist on it. I add it to my repertoire or whatever it is, or just little tips, whatever it is. I just take that and kind of use that in my creative process as well. And sometimes there's days where I just can't record or I can't write or whatever it is. Sometimes I'm stuck, writer's block. It's
Facts.
a pain.
It happens.
It's a big pain for sure. And I mean, when you've been doing it for so long, it's like that was the issue with 50 Cent, right? He rapped about using guns for so long. It's like, how many more rhymes can you come up with using guns or
Facts.
shooting the people that shot you, man? It's like, how many times do you gotta say it? We get it. You've phenomenal artist, 50 Cent. There's no hate towards him.
Yeah.
Don't mean to demean him, any of that. He's a phenomenal artist, one of the best of all time for sure, and one of my biggest influences as well. And I mean, I was big into gangster rap as well when I was like 14, 13 years old, playing a lot of Chicago music, Chief Keef, playing a lot of Montana 300, Lil Reese, Lil Durk, like all the time. When I was a kid, I loved drill music, especially because my brother loved drill music when I was a kid as well. So, I mean, he showed me a lot of that kind of stuff, especially the crowd I was around where I grew up, right? I grew up in not the greatest of neighborhoods. I wasn't North End, but I was definitely not in... I wasn't in the suburbs for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I grew up around that. I grew up around urban normalities, right? So I mean, it kind of got used to it, and I got used to the whole rap thing. I got used to the is that a gunshot? Is that a firework? Who cares? We just got used to it. You know what I mean? So it's like that's just kind of how I grew up. I live in the burbs now, but I mean that's always stuck with me as a kid, right? Is everything I've always absorbed all that, and it's kind of translate until now. And just even the way I sound and the way I talk, right? I don't talk like I'm from the burbs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I talk like I'm from some sort of urban neighborhood. A lot of people don't even think I'm Canadian because I don't sound Canadian. A lot of people think I'm American. Even when I was doing call centers and all that, people are like, oh, where are you located? I'm like, I'm in the Great White North, pal. And they're like, oh, really? I thought you were like, I don't know, like Midwestern Chicago or something. I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not from America. I'm from Canada. I love America, though. America's a great country for sure, especially doing music. It's hard to branch out here. And you also touched on another question with promoting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I knew how to promote years ago because it was pretty easy without TikTok. Now TikTok has really oversaturated the market with all the sounds and everything. And I mean, you can do the same sound as someone, but I mean, there's a certain prominent sound like the Gunnas or the Young Thugs or that kind of thing. Young Thugs got a big influence on everyone that's my age or my generation now, right? Especially with all the sounds, all the auto-tune, all that kind of stuff. Just being free, just rapping about whatever you want to rap about, dude, honestly. And he's been a big influence even to me sometimes. I don't even listen to Thug that much, but I've listened to his stuff, and I can see where the comparisons can really come from. Because, I mean, I get influences from people who are influenced by Thug, or people who are influenced by Lil Wayne, or people who are influenced by Lil Uzi, or whoever it is, or even Gucci Mane. That's a big one, too. So, I mean, that's kind of...
Shout out Gucci, man.
Yeah, shout out Gucci. For sure.
That's an OG right there.
And with promoting, I used to promote a lot on Instagram. I'm definitely making a big comeback, especially this year. I want to do a show soon. I want to get Post War on it. He was just on this show. Love that dude.
Yeah.
Just met him for the first time, too. He's a really genuine dude. Mezzy as well. Mezzy is gone. He was also on this show as well. Love him too. Those are my brothers.
Well, now you got to give a shout out to MGL The Specialist because I'm here
shout
to
out
dominate.
MGL too. You're the host, man.
You
You're
know
the one
what
who
it
made this
is.
possible. And especially shout out Victoria. I know you're listening to this. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate you for this so much.
You know what time it is. You're Misfit 101.5. It's the Heatwave, baby. Shutdown. You're chilling with MGL The Specialist. I'm chilling with Misfit Eli. He likes to be called Eli. He's got so much knowledge, so much intellect, and you won't believe this. I won't even say kid because that feels disrespectful.
A lot of people say I got an old soul.
He's got an old soul. Like, I feel like him too because I've got a super old soul. Like, but it's not about me today. It's definitely not about me. I was just about to go
man, it's
into...
your show, man. Talk your talk, man. Walk
I was
your
just
walk.
about to go into, like, the music, like, I listened to from back in the day to now. Like, I can relate. And I know exactly where you're coming from, you know. And it's so awesome that we can speak about this. And I feel like you just inspired me now even more to start a podcast. And I wanted to start 3 podcasts so that they could see our faces, they could see our reaction, they could see how we chilling,
how we look, all of it.
How we look, you know, just so they can relate that we're just normal people.
Like we're sitting in the same room. That's kind of what a podcast is, right? And they pick our brains apart, right?
Exactly.
And I mean, you're the one who set up all the questions. I don't know how to do any of this kind of stuff.
And you know, these questions are, it's free-spirited. It's freestyle.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I didn't write it down. I'm like, we're going to feed off each other's energy, off each other's vibe, and see what it is. And where it went, I'm like, I even told you early on, I'm like, wow.
I can go on. I can go on for hours.
I
man.
can also go on for hours, but I know we got 1 hour of this interview, so we want to play. What are we on the 3rd track right now?
Yeah, we're playing Rockstar for you boys.
Rockstar, produced by Bloom.
Produced by In Bloom, phenomenal alt rock producer for sure.
In Bloom, produced by In Bloom.
Yes, sir.
All right, you heard it the first time here. UMFM 101.5. It's the Heatwave, baby. Shutdown. We got Misfit. It's Rockstar.
Heatwave.
Heatwave. Produced by In Bloom. Let's have some fun. Let's go.
Some days I feel like a rock star. Haters say I won't go that far. Mama says that's just too bizarre. Till then I'll play on my guitar. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Lately, baby, I've been so fucked up. I think I am running out of luck. So please come save me, running for your love. We don't have much time. I promise I'll be fine. I promise I'll be fine. We're running out of time. Days I feel like a rock star. Haters say I won't go that far. Mama says that's just too bizarre. Till then I'll play on my guitar. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Broken heart, why'd you tear me apart? I can see you only from afar. Going 90, about to crash my car. I don't know what to do with these scars. To do with these scars. Got a broken heart. Some days I feel like a rock star. Haters say I won't go that far. Mama says that's just too bizarre. Till then I'll play on my guitar. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby. Rockstar, I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star, baby.
Ay, 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 ay. It's the Heatwave, baby. Shutdown. Come on, guys. I'm creating legends up in here. I'm creating history. I'm just doing me, and I'm loving what I'm doing. You tune in to the Heatwave, baby. Shutdown. UMFM 101.5 or 101.5, however you want to say it, whatever tickles your fancy. And we are listening to Misfit Eli, or just Eli, and we just played Rockstar.
Yes, sir.
Now we're about to get into Thinking to Myself. But before we get into Thinking to Myself, I wanna talk to Misfit a little bit, because we've been having some pretty interesting conversations, and I'm like, we're on radio right now, but I want to turn this into a podcast.
We got to. It's a guaranteed.
It's a guarantee, right? We got to.
And then we just sit there, chop it up for like 3 hours.
Chop it up, chill, drink what we got to drink, have our food, have some ladies come serve us, and do what we got to do and let this thing fly. I don't even know. Does Winnipeg have some podcasters?
Yeah, I think we do actually. I forget their names, but I've seen a couple do actual podcasts, and I think they're all like connected to the university. Like I've seen a lot of podcasts connected to the university.
Which university? This
Like
one?
yeah. When I tried looking you up, I tried finding you through like your schedule,
Yeah.
and I ended up finding you on the Saturdays. But I found like a bunch of other podcasters and everything doing like video podcasts and everything. And I mean, it's pretty simple to do video podcasts. Like you can just whip out your phone or whatever it is, or get like a better camera or whatever it is, and then set it up. You can even do it in here, that kind of thing, and have a good time, chill, talk, chop it up, whatever it is.
That's what's up. Like, you guys heard it. Chill and chop it up. Like, I've been a little bit scared to do a podcast because I hope I can get some. Because I know, like, when I post, wherever I post, whatever I post, people really like it and they view it.
Don't be scared,
You know?
man. I'm cute, man. It's all good.
The reason I'm scared is that YouTube is such a difficult platform, especially to get fans, especially to get follows, subscription, and you know, I always admire. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I always admire YouTubers when I see them get that silver plating, that gold
Yeah, the
plating,
100,000 plaque.
100,000 plaque, and I'm like, damn, how long did you been? And some people are like, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm like, that is admirable.
Yeah, and I originally wanted to be a gamer, man. Like I said, I'm a big gamer. I wanted to be like a professional gamer before all this music stuff, for real.
And
Or
they get,
YouTuber
They get
too.
paid a lot of money though.
Yeah, like it's become such a phenomenal thing at this point. A lot of people are like, oh, you're just playing video games? Dude, these people are getting multi-million-dollar
They are
contracts.
multi-millionaires right
They're
now.
esports players. That's what they do. They're playing esports, electronic sports. And that's for any game. Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, League of Legends, FIFA, Rocket
Madden,
League. Literally
NBA.
all of it. Literally playing sports games for a game sports team is crazy to me. Playing NBA basketball for playing NBA 2K for a gaming team, getting paid for it is crazy to me. That's nuts. Like, you want to watch someone play as LeBron James? Like, it's very confusing to me, but it's also so dope. There's such a
dope.
big industry for it. I love it.
Like, I won't lie, it's so dope. Like, we out here stressing, like, well, some of us stressing and studying so hard just to go make a little bit of minimum wage or just to, like, sustain our living. Well, people are out here living their passion, you know, living their dreams. And my passion, I won't lie, my passion has really been radio hosting, podcasting, music, dancing, choreography, voiceovers. So whoever's listening to this right now, we're giving a shout out to y'all. Like, hit us up. Warner Bros, Sony Music, Bentley Records, whoever. Like, use our voice, use our talent. We want to make this big money. Like, we could sit here the whole day and just chat.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, with this whole music thing, man, it's just what I want to do. And a lot of people are like, oh, what if you don't make it? There's no second option for me. That's the thing. I'm going to make it in this music, and I know my parents are listening to this. I'm going to make it in music. I don't care what anybody says. That's just the kind of drive I have for this kind of thing. This is my thing. It's my niche. This is my thing. Generally, this is just it. That's it for me.
Oof, amen to that. A lot of confidence. I love the drive. I love the tenacity, the relentlessness. That's what it takes to be a dope musician. And I know you're pushing your thing right now and you got a little bit of clout and you got your fans. Quickly, before we get into your track and everything, I got still a couple of questions.
Feel free.
To your fans, major shout out, or what do you want to tell them right now? People that are listening to your music, people that are trying to stream you, people that are trying to find you, what can you tell them?
I appreciate it for sure. And I mean, obviously everyone says that, but I mean, it literally means the entire world to me. And I mean, I will give my all for any one of you who supports me one form or another. Rather that be with my music, rather that be me as a human being. If you just know me as a friend, I love you, regardless of who you are. I love all my friends, whoever it is. And I mean, I got a small friend circle, but I still love everybody. Even if we argue on the phone, we hang up, I'm like, yeah, man, I love you. It doesn't matter, right? Like, we could be gone tomorrow, whatever it is, right? At any moment in time, I could drop dead. My homies could drop dead, whatever it is. My parents, whoever it is, right? Sorry for stuttering for there. But yeah, whoever it is, my friends could be gone tomorrow. You got to tell the people you love that you love them, man. Whoever it is, whether it's your friends, your family, if you ain't got no family, whoever's closest to you, tell them you love them. Because trust me, even if they don't appreciate it, they're gonna appreciate it eventually. And even people that I just became friends with, even Mezzy, I'm recently just friends with this dude, and I tell him I love him all the time because I love that dude because he appreciates me and I appreciate him. We got a common ground with music, whatever it is. We got a common drive, so it's like we can relate with each other and everything, and just the whole process of it, everything, right?
Like it. That is so dope. So stay tuned. Continue listening to Misfit
Shout out my mama.
Eli. Shout out to his mama.
And my dad. I love y'all.
You know, the funny thing is that with musicians, I've always seen the rise of musicians, and
They love their moms, man.
they love their moms.
Their moms, yeah.
Because that's Mother Nature right there.
Yeah.
That's the person
And
that gave birth.
my mom worked her butt off since the beginning of time. She's had kids since she was 17 years old. I'm her youngest. I'm her third child. And she's been raising her kids her whole life literally by herself. The only person that's ever stepped in was my own father, luckily. But I mean, my mom's been doing it from the beginning, and I have such a deep love for that woman because that woman is so admirable. I look up to her. She's an angel. Even though she is not gone, she's still an angel to me. I love her to death. I love my father to death because he's done everything. He's the whole reason why I'm into music. This wouldn't be possible without any of my
he
parents.
was into G-Unit, Drake.
For sure,
and,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and my
50
dad's
Cent.
not even into the hardcore stuff that I'm into, like the screaming stuff like Zilla Kami or City Morgue or like Slipknot, any of that kind of stuff. That's just all me. That's literally just all me. My mom's a big fan of just all art forms.
Yeah.
My mom isn't really too judgy of it. Sometimes she can be, for sure. But I mean, it's not like my mom's going to be like, oh, well, that's too loud or whatever it is. Sometimes she will, but I mean, she's not as critical as my dad can be. My dad, it's like if you ain't playing Spanish music, it ain't playing, man. It ain't playing.
Shout out.
I love you, Dad.
Man, shout out to your pop. Well, they're going to be listening to this right now.
And I'm my dad's only son, too. I'm my dad's only child. So, I mean, my dad, I have that benefit, too, right? I have the benefit of the youngest child and only being an only child. So I have all those kind of different aspects of being. And sometimes I can be selfish. Sometimes I could be independent. Sometimes I feel like I need my hand held the whole time. It all depends, right? And I mean, especially being the youngest child, I mean, the youngest child majority of the time gets the least responsibility. And I get a lot of responsibility too. I mean, I do stuff all the time. But I mean, I get those two little benefits. A lot of people who are the oldest child are usually the ones that are taking care of everything, taking care of their younger siblings, taking care of this, taking care of that. So I mean, they're basically another parent at the end of the day sometimes. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly, and even my middle brother was probably the closest person who would do anything for me. Anything for me in
real?
school, especially since I got bullied a lot as a kid because of my weight or because of my eye or because of the way I look. I got lazy eyes, so I mean, I'm always looking to the side, but who cares at the end of the day? I really don't care, honestly. But, I mean, my brother was always there whenever he would hear something going on. He's like, oh, who's messing with you? Who's messing with you? Oh, I don't care how old they are, et cetera, et cetera. But that was just my brother. He's a big family dude, and I love him to death regardless of what he's done or regardless of what any of my family's done. We all make mistakes. We're all human beings.
Facts.
Right? We all make
Facts.
mistakes at the end of the day.
Right, before we continue, if this was a podcast, you guys would see the drip game happening right now.
Jesus.
You know what time it is. Oh, my
Hallelujah.
gosh. Hallelujah. Oh, gosh. Damn.
I'm dripped out today, man.
He-
I don't know. I came out.
I'm so glad Misfit Eli came through. Like, so much stuff happened within this week, and I'm glad this happened, so that we could meet at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And, I came through with my own semi-drip game. I would say semi because, I usually drip to death because I'm Mr.
Hey, man, it's okay to rock pajamas. It's okay to rock pajamas, man.
But
You
I'm
casual.
rocking like PJs, like a PJ drip, black and white, looking like a checkers board or
I love the
chessboard.
flannels, man. I rock a lot of flannels too.
For
but I mean,
real.
I'm rocking the custom patch pants. I got the furry hoodie. I got the custom hat, man. I'm dripped out today, bro.
And my sneakers are glistening like Michael Jackson's hair when he was still spraying all that,
Yeah,
shout
all
out to
the
Michael
Jerry
Jackson.
curl,
The
the
Jerry
Jerry
curl,
curl.
the R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
R.I.P.
So I'm about to moonwalk right now. But the reason I said drip game, oh my gosh, Misfit Eli just got to let us know, like, what is he wearing right now? Like, he came through balling out.
Okay, so I got this studded belt. Pretty sure I got this from Amazon. I got the Missing Since Thursday patch pants. They were like, I don't know how much they were off of Etsy. They're some.
That's insane.
Sort of money.
And these pants, guys, it's got Lauryn Hill. It's got who
It's
else?
got Lauryn Hill on it. It's got Murakami stuff on it. It's got the Neptunes.
Oh, it's got Neptune. Shout out Pharrell and the
Shout
boys.
out Pharrell and the boys. I also got Taxi Driver. Shout out Robert De Niro. I also got Akira on here. I also got Mobb Deep.
Shout out R.I.P. Prodigy.
R.I.P. Prodigy. Yeah, I forgot the name there for a quick second. I also got Rough Riders on here. R.I.P. DMX.
Rough Riders. DMX. R.I.P.
Yeah, and just a lot of, like, I don't know, just Japanese culture stuff, a lot of anime stuff. I'm a big anime dude, too. Yeah.
And the T-shirt, he's got Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes. I'm trying to. I hope I don't forget. Busta Rhymes just celebrated or got nominated BET Iconic Award. I think it was. I saw it on YouTube. Shout out Busta Rhymes. Yo, we been
Busta's
watching.
highly underrated.
Very underrated. One of the dopest lyricists, fastest lyricists, conscious lyricists,
For sure.
dopest entertainers. Reinvented the game. Like, I've seen these music videos and I'm like, wow, that is crazy. He reminds me, like, him and Missy Elliott. I'm like, in terms of music videos, I'm like, whoa. These guys
Missy Timbaland. Shout out Timbaland for the producing, man. He really changed the game with everything. A lot of people, no one could do it like Timbaland, for real. Especially even Justin Timberlake, too, when he was working with Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
I love Rock Your Body. That's my favorite from him.
That's major shout out. So the drip game by Misfit Eli is next level. I wish we were doing
And I got the fur coat, too, the
He
fur
got the
hoodie.
fur. Oh, we're forgetting the fur coat. He got the fur hoodie on right now. And
Shout out Miles
he's
Jaden.
about to put it on right now. Like, I wish you guys would be watching this, but
Y'all
we're gonna
see,
turn
y'all
this
see
into
photos if y'all follow me and mess with me and all that kind of stuff.
Where can they follow you? Just hit them up.
Follow me on IG. That's probably the best place to find me. It's Misfit Eli, MISFIT space ELI. Also follow me on SoundCloud as well. I don't really use Twitter. That's kind of personal stuff, so I don't really got it. My name is not Misfit Eli on Twitter, so y'all will not find me on there. But if y'all can find me on SoundCloud, even on Facebook, Misfit Eli as well. Instagram mainly is kind of my source, and TikTok as well. My name is also Misfit Eli on there as well.
Oh my goodness, guys, we're gonna definitely turn this into a podcast because we gotta let people see what it is that we're doing. It's the love of the culture, the love of the game. We're about to play the last track or the last record.
Thinking to Myself featuring Rob. Shout out Nicholas. I love you, brother. He barely makes music, but trust me, this dude's crazy. He's on the second verse. I'm on the first.
Oh, my gosh. Let's get it. UMFM 101.5, the Heatwave will be shut down. Thank you for the platform. Here we go. We're about to hit there halfway out of the show. But listen to this. Stay tuned. We're coming with the second half, too. Yes, sir.
On your blog, I swear you weren't testing me. When I put up on your blog, I swear you weren't checking me. Got this shit around the clock, got these bitches begging me. Got these bitches like a flock, got them really packing me. Bitch, I'm balling on the court, no assist. When I put up on you, got you scared like a bitch. Nissan in the driveway, 5% tips. Scoping with the sniper, you can see the glint. See me in peripheral, then you gotta sprint. Fucking on your bitch, and I'm sucking on a clit. Bitch. We all know you can compare to me, bitch. And you got her saying that I wish her you were him. Put the chrome to your dome like I'm Doug Dimmadome. You broke as fuck, bitch. You might need a loan. Your name is Kevin, but this ain't no Home Alone. One day I end up in the Rolling Stones. In the Rolling Stones, bitch. You don't know. You don't know what I came here for. I came here for that fucking bag. That fucking bag, bitch. Give me my swag. You know what? That's actually pretty fucking lit. Thick body, bitch. That's that shit I like. Yeah. She thinking about that brain and brother, I ain't talking sight. If she ain't speaking loyalty, that bitch can take a hike. Smoking on that good shit, and that's that shit she like. Whoa. Got racks, no cap. Shawty, bitch, like clap. Raps, go snap, track, lit, just laugh. Thinking to myself, shit good for my health. shit, man. I don't know. She a bitch, that's for sure.
I'll say one thing, a 10 to you is a different thing to me, bro.
I don't know what you talking about, but that shit sound like some good shit.